Hey everybody, it's Elmo. How you doing? So today's video is going to teach you about enforcers. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what I do whenever I do a casino. Now, enforcers are extremely important whenever you do combat, but they also are extremely good for kingpins, so you got to know which one's which. So we're going to start with the combat version of it. So first thing I'm going to do is clear, because I want you to see how to do this. So this particular casino, level 18, it has a very large amount of melee people. So marksmen are the ones you want to use. So we're going to go right here. Of course, I'm going to put my combat gear on, which I'll show you in a minute. And then I'm going to switch right down here at the bottom. You will see a gun right there that tells you that it will show you every enforcer that gives boosts to gunners. So first one right here. She's not leveled up, she also is not geared up, but she does have boost to gunners, so I add her anyway just so I can level her up. She's not really necessary, she's not really going to help much, and the fact that I can take an 18 in growth mode shows you that I really don't need any of these enforcers to help me win. But I do it anyway just for the hell of it. So as you see from this one, it gave me a Hitman HP plus 5%. This one will give me a defense and another Hitman defense, so... well, no, wait, that would be just the Hitman defense, but it gives me a lot of trap stuff, so very useful. Now, this one right here is the one that helps a lot. So, even though I don't have him even at rare or anything, he still gives quite a bit of a boost. So, the thing is, I use these enforcers because I'm trying to level them up without having to use items. So, I'm now going to show you the gear. So, I have my gear a little bit mixed up, but most of it is for range, because I like using range over anything else, so that's why it's that way. So first thing we're going to look at is my stats. So as you can see from here, that I have a mixture of everything on these. The main thing I focus is make sure my best gems for that particular gear is being used. Now, this one says it's melee, but it also naturally comes with biker and hitman. So I've added a few other gems to it to increase stats for all of my troops, because I switch over to this to, combat. So these are all New Blood. New Blood focuses primarily on range. I haven't bothered getting better gear yet because I just don't feel like it. As you can see, I'm still upgrading New Blood for the type of gear that I like. All these gems are really helpful in the sense that they're going to increase the stats of all your guys. If you want to focus your offensive gear not on wall defense, traps, or mortar, those gems are actually fucking worthless. The mortar gems, I wish you could sell them, but it won't let you. I have a Victor's Arm Guard, which is pretty damn good. I mean, it's got a pretty decent stat boost for everything. And then you got the two accessories. So this one is my primary accessory, and then these ones are for me to do my range. Now I switch which ones are my favorite all the time, so nobody ever really knows what I'm going to do, which is, the way Elmo plays. So that's my gear. This is my enforcer. He's my main one. The two primary enforcers you want to focus on is him, this guy, and this chick. And here's why. Starting off, they both provide you energy for kingpins. They also both are listed in the top tier for which kingpin or which enforcer to use against kingpins. My next video will teach you about that very thing, about which enforcers are helpful against kingpins. That means that they may be exclusively for kingpins, or they may benefit your account. So now we're going to go, what's up here? Oh, I thought he was saying he was leaving. I was like, well, there went that. So, back to what I was saying. So we're going to go over here to where you craft stuff. Keep in mind they've changed everything to where now it costs a massive amount of diamonds. So before you start going crazy and crafting, make sure you have a lot of diamonds. So we're going to go to my armory. I have gear of all kinds. The main thing you want to prioritize over everything in the game is not combat gear. Combat is like third. You want to maximize your investing outfits and your construction, investing over all others, as the stats you get from investing is drastically higher than anything you can put on for combat gear. Like, drastically. because it reduces the cost, or not cost, but the time that you spend on extremely powerful investments. You know, like level 10 HP. That's a humongous boost to your troops. There's no gear that even gets close to that kind of boost static. So you don't want to focus on your combat gear over investing gear. Secondary gear would, of course, be your architect gear, as it increases construction speed. And then third is where I will show you something different. So, we're going to go to set. Now, depending on your level, depends on which one you can do. Now, the Victor set and the Challenger set and New Blood set, these are the three combats. The Challenger set is mainly 100% for Kingpins. So you never want to actually have it on unless you have a bubble on, or if you are challenging a Kingpin. Don't put gems in it, as that's absolutely stupid. So none of that gear you ever put a gem in. You don't do it. So now we're going to go ahead and click on the Victor set. As you can see, strengthens bruisers and hitmen, strengthens bruisers and bikers, strengthens bikers and hitmen. So you always want to prioritize just 2 types of troops. These are the 2 types of troops that are your favorite. Those are the 2 that you want to focus on. Don't try to do all 3, as that will just make you spend far more and you'll just be an average Joe. So that's that. And then if you can't do those particular sets, which they're quite expensive to make, you have to challenge specific Kingpins. Each one will tell you which one to do. And then you have these ones that specifies one particular type of style. Now, me personally, I love bikers and I love hitmen. I'm not a big brawler fan. They're fucking weak as hell. But that's just me. So if you want to have a really strong, specific troop that just fucking goes hardcore, like, for instance, bikers are really good against bruisers, alright? But they suck if they go up against hitmen. Hitmen kill bikers. But that doesn't always mean that a biker is gonna be weaker to a hitman. If a biker's stats, because of using this elite gear right here of New Blood set, if you got that whole thing maxed out and somebody just has, you know, average green, you're going to blast right through everything they have. Doesn't matter how many hitmen they have, because your bikers will have so much HP and defense and attack, they will just trash it. So it's all about stats. It's not always just about what person has the most amount of a specific kind of troop. So that is your gear video. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it wasn't too long-winded. If it was, then I honestly don't give a shit, because it was the best I could do.